Welcome to another exciting show with me. That is Vance. That's right, Kopi with Vance. And I'm back every Wednesday. I'm sure you're also having your cup of coffee and sitting back and relaxed to join this podcast. Today's podcast is all about iBOCCIA, which is 2023. I have a guest speaker who's going to jump in a while to talk about what is this game is all about and how is it been played in Singapore and how it started. So there's a lot of interesting period of time to question and to answer as well. So sit back and relax. For right now, I'm going to pull in my guest speaker. Hello, Yaros. How are you there?
Hi, I'm great. How are you?
I'm good too. I mean, it's a great pleasure to have you here with Kopi with Vance. Thank you, Yaros.
Thank you, Vince.
I know at the backstage, before we start our topic today and for the next 30 to 45 minutes, I know you only took half of your lunch. Is that right? Or dinner?
You are
Dinner.
correct.
Okay,
Another
half
half
of
of
your
my
dinner, not
dinner
lunch.
will be
Okay.
after podcast.
Okay. So I was thinking half of your lunch, but no, so half of your dinner. And thank you so much. Despite having a busy schedule, you joined us at this particular hour at Kopi. So thank you. My greatest appreciation to you, Mr. Yaros.
Thank you for this opportunity.
All right, Yaros. Well, before we start on onto the questions and the topic today, probably you want to do a quick introduction about yourself, where you are, what you are, where you from, and where you work for, so that our audience can engage you as well.
Sure. So I'm Yaros. Originally, I am from Ukraine, and 9 years ago, I moved to Singapore. My wife is a Lee Kuan Yew's fan, so she was excited about Singapore that she encouraged me to move here as well. And 9 years I stay in Singapore, and all 9 years I work in Sandec. So Sandec
Right.
is a social service agency which serves persons with disabilities. It started
Right.
in 1990, and it focused at that point of time with those with intellectual disabilities. And
Right.
currently, we have three centers, three branches across Singapore, and we serve persons with different type of disabilities. Yeah, one branch is in Bedok South, is where I am now a center manager, and we have a branch in Chuchukan in the west, and the newest one is in Upper Thompson.
That's right. In fact, Yaros, a couple of months back, I was at the Upper Thompson Sunday, and truly, I was very, I will not say emotionally, but I think it's a very grateful to look at all the residents there at the moment who just come in. But it's a day center, right? I mean, nobody stays there, right?
Yeah, this is day activity centers.
Okay, there was a lot of laughters and smiles. I saw your staff, like they are really engaging because it was like a visit, and I mean, it was totally a mind blowing to to visit your center. So thank you, Yaros, for the opportunity, and also to one of your staff as well, Maggie. Thank you for the both of you all to give me the opportunity to come and take a look. So Yaros, yeah, so we get to know more about you and what you are, where you are, and what you are doing. So now let's jump into this iBOCCIA 2023. What is it all about? Maybe we want to get started on this. What is iBOCCIA is all about?
Sure. So, firstly, I think we can share about boccia game itself. So there is a difference between boccia, which is a game played worldwide, and iBoccia, which is a competition event we organized in Singapore specifically. So boccia is a target ball sport where people will be in seated positions and propel their respective balls to get as close as possible to the target ball. So there is a white ball which is thrown the first. It's called a jack ball. And then there will be two teams, either pairs or teams of three or individual players having red balls and blue balls, and they will take turns to throw the balls, and each attempt is another chance to get as close to the target white ball as possible. So the one who
Right.
gets closest in the end is the winner. So
Just to pause you here a while, is it quite similar? Because it seems like we're quite similar to me. I may be wrong. Then your differences. Is it something like lawn balls?
yeah, there are different versions of this, like different kind of such ball games. Yeah,
Okay.
where you need to get closer. Yeah, but yeah, it's actually originated from ancient times, and people modify it for different purposes. Boccia, yeah, this specific version originally was targeting persons with cerebral palsy, so those people with severe physical disability, to make it inclusive for them to participate in sports. So because players are in a seated position, so it's ideal for wheelchair users. And also you can propel the ball in any form which works for you. You can throw it, you can roll the ball, you can even use a ramp, yeah, to get the ball move. Yeah, so there, like, yeah, in Singapore, I saw people using yeah, all kind of ways to get the ball moving. Yeah, so that's why boccia is the most inclusive sports overall among all sports, because it gives opportunity to any person, regardless of their ability or disability, to participate.
So typically, Yaros, a game or a match, how long does it last? The duration of the game?
So one game usually will take 30 to 50 minutes, and it consists of four rounds. They are called ends. Yeah, so each round is like a mini game in itself. Yeah, so each team has six balls, so 12 balls for two teams, and the 13th ball is a white ball. So once all 13 balls are thrown and winner is decided, so then the end is considered over. There is a winner for that end, and points given to the winner. So they play four such rounds, and then based on the total score, the winner is defined for the whole match.
And when we talk about Boscia, is it something new in Singapore, or is it's been around for some time, or is it was really invented particularly?
No, it's already for quite some time, yeah, but it getting its momentum to involve more people to play in it. Yeah, so I'm representing day activity centers. So in the recent competition where we took part, there were two centers, but yeah, having their representatives in that competition. But in total, Singapore has 27 such day activity center as ours. So out of 27, only two participated.
All right, thank you, Yaro. So, and how about the benefits of Boscia? I know, um, I mean, those who are engaging in the game, I mean, it's really truly heads off, because it's more than a will, it's more than a strength. I think with we I always do not use the word, the word handicap. I always use the word physically challenged, because a person who is in such a state, they are pushing themselves to achieve better. So the words, it's physically challenged. And I think that word should be changed all over Singapore, or even in the whole world country, because sometimes when I go into a certain parking lots, I see the word handicap. So I'm actually a bit pulled back for the word used there. But I think as we evolve, I think the word we should use is physically challenged. Do you agree with me, Yaros?
Yeah, I fully agree. Another word we used in Sandek is differently abled. Differently abled
Perfect.
people. So that
Well done. I think
we shift the focus from disability to just a different set of strengths.
perfect, perfect. And it's a very true moment to learn that any challenges or obstacles can be overcome just by looking at people who have such a situation, and they're not giving up. They're pushing into life to achieve more, to be better
Yep.
for themselves and for whoever they are with the loved ones. I think that is truly amazing. I have to give a greatest appreciation to that. We're going to go into the benefits of Boschia as well. Apart from physical, maybe you get tired or little lethargic. Is the game very intense?
Yeah, the game is not very intense physically. That's why it's suitable for even for abled body people. So it's a low impact exercise. So even those with joint issues, yeah, can participate. It doesn't require you, yeah, to really get physically exhausted, but it will require your brains to work. Yeah, so I would group the benefits into like three categories. So one is social benefits. We already mentioned that the game is like the most inclusive yeah, as a sport game, and it gives the opportunity to people to connect with others. And it is both for those with disability and without. If a person has disability, then they need to be socially included. And Boccia Sports creates that platform for them to connect with others, connect with their teammates, with people they play with. And also members of community, when they come and play in Boccia with them, it gives them the chance to care for their yeah, partnering player. And yeah, so such social inclusion, socialization is such a benefit. But also there is a physical benefit. This game requires a lot of hand-eye coordination, focus, concentration, and it develops movement skills. So the more people play in this game, those who need to develop some physical skills, they also enhance their functional abilities in everyday life. And last group of benefit I would like to mention is cognitive ones. So in the game, you also need to strategize. So you need to choose a strategy, tactic for different situation and make certain decisions. So in this game, players also learn how to problem solve, yeah, how to withstand the pressure during the game, and yeah, like to decide to customize the angles, the strengths that they use to get the results that they need.
And so so from what I'm hearing is I think it's a lot of fun in this game. But like you said, each game is about 30 to 40 minutes. Is that right?
Yeah, 30 to 50.
30 to 50 minutes. Okay. And then will it be very exhausted? No, right? I mean, it's quite a slow pace and game that you enjoy. Am I right to say that?
Yep. So the whole experience is quite joyful.
Right. Okay. And Yaros, I mean, we talked about iBOCCIA, we talked about Sunday, and why do you organize iBOCCIA event, and what is the special about it? Because for your organization, I think is this one of the biggest event that you're doing, or there's more event that you have done it before?
We usually try to arrange organize events to
Right.
commemorate the International Day of Persons with Disability, which is on 3rd December. So
Right.
usually around this period, we will try to arrange a community event
Right.
aiming to increase social inclusion of persons with disabilities. So last year we arranged the sensation event where people came to um, play some simulation games to
Mm-hmm.
experience what it means to have different disabilities. Yeah, this
Right.
year we are launching iBOCCIA. So iBOCCIA The difference is it has the letter I in front, so
That's right. I saw that.
it stands for inclusive boccia. Inclusive boccia. Yeah, some people may think how else it can be inclusive. It's if it's already yeah, that inclusive. But what we realize it yeah, there is still space to improve. Most competitions in Singapore focus on persons with physical disability. Yeah, as mentioned in the past, yeah, people realize that in Special Olympics game, those with severe physical disability, yeah, there is not much sports for them to take part in. So Boccia gave them that opportunity. But
Right.
since I'm coming from a center which works with people with multiple disabilities, so some of them have autism, Down syndrome, intellectual disability. So it also, this disability may prevent them from participating in different areas of life, in particularly sports. And then we were thinking, hey, can they play boccia since this is the most inclusive one? And there is
Right.
no much opportunity. Those with physical disability, yes, there are events going on. But all other types of disabilities, so they will not qualify for this competition. That's why we decided to arrange this competition for the whole Singapore community, and persons with any type of disability will qualify to register. And secondly, also, we want to uh, pair persons with disabilities and without disabilities. Because if it's the whole game just for those with disabilities, then it's also not fully socially inclusive. Yeah, if it's only them on their own. We want to bring the whole community together. And we are also opening for iBOCCIA to any members of public to pair up with person with disability. Each team will have two players. One player will have some form of disability. The other player should be a member of community. So it can be family members, it can be just residents from the neighborhood coming forward to team up and join and play together. So this is the whole idea of iBoccia.
Right. And Yaros, you're also going to tell us more about this event that's going to take place in the month of October?
It will be in November, so
November.
11th November will be this competition.
Right.
Yeah, from morning till afternoon, whole day will be devoted to this event.
Right. Thank you. So we'll get more details from Yaros for the event, and the public is also able to attend. Right. I know it's going to happen in the Kallang Wave Mall, at the big OCBC center.
No, no, it will be in Bedok CC,
Oh, Bedok
Bedok
system. I'm
Community
sorry about that. Yeah.
Club. Yeah, yeah. It was another event in
Okay.
CBC Arena that we took part in August. Yeah,
Okay.
but now our focus is 11 November, Bedok CC.
Right. Looks like I mean, your organization is having lots of activities every 3 months or something like that. Is that a goal that you have?
Not really 3 months. Yeah, we just keep brainstorming to think, yeah, how to advance social inclusion of persons with disabilities.
Very important, Yaros. Are we including caregivers as well? Because I know they play a very important part as well, taking care and emotionally, physically. They might not show it, but are they involved also?
Yes, so now I'm focusing on attracting enough players for this competition. So we have persons with disabilities, and now we are reaching out to all the rest. So yeah, one target group is caregivers of those people. Yeah, we also encourage them very much to come and pair up with their children, or even it can be children of other people that they can pair up. And we saw in the past that it gives even to them a different perspective of their children. Yeah, so when they may have also, like already some negative experience in the past where they will doubt some potential in them, but this game is like an eye-opening to them, that if they see that they can compete, they can win, yeah, they can achieve something, yeah, it
Yeah.
also gives them a sense of yeah, pride and confidence.
Right. I know we talked about the games, rules, and that the competitions and all that. Will the winner have to play again, or is it that for that match that particular participant is the winner? So how the format goes?
So in total, we will have 16 teams, 1 6, and each will have a chance to play four ends, yeah, 4 rounds. So like one whole match. So it will be like a tournament. So you play your full match. If you win, you proceed to the next round. If you lose the match, you leave the tournament. And yeah, till the like gold medal final and the bronze medal also final will be there. And we will just stick to the standard international rules of this game. And also, I would like to mention that there will be prizes for winners, very attractive prizes. So the winning team will get 1,000 cash voucher dollars. Yeah. And the second place will be $600, and third place $400 in form of cash vouchers.
There's a lot of exciting things are going on the day. Um, and we're going to go into the criteria, right, to become a player or participant. I know we spoke about this, but how strict are you? I mean, who is the judge there? You know, the person who's going to play, say that you are the winner. Who is the judge? Are the judge a little bit look at the criteria as well?
We will have a group of trained referees. Yeah, so for every game there will be a referee, and yeah, they will define the winner. But there is just some criteria to qualify for the event itself. So I already mentioned one criteria, that in a team one player should have some disability, and also they should be 18 years old and above for this event. Yeah, so we focus on adults. And also, since we start with our neighborhood, so I'm stationed in Bedok Center. We are doing
Right.
it in Bedok CC. So we now focus on community of East Coast GRC. And one player in a team should be related to East Coast GRC. Either they can be resident or beneficiary of organization which is located within East Coast GRC. And
Right.
that's why for some people from other areas who want to play, they also can. There is no issue. We just pair them up with our clients in Bedok Center. Yeah, so they can come from any part of Singapore and form a team with clients, yeah, that are in Bedok already, and then they qualify as a team.
Thank you, Yaros. Thank you for that. And for this upcoming event, what kind of support are you looking at? All right, and to support your event itself.
So currently, main need is to get enough players. So my hope is that those people who listen to us, they will come forward to register as players. Yeah, to form their teams. They can form teams on their own based on the criteria, or they can approach us, our Bedok Center, and we will pair them up with yeah, with another player. Uh, to do that, they can find our Telegram channel. They can just search for iBOCCIA. Yeah, so this is such only one such name there. Once you type iBOCCIA in a Telegram app, you will find our channel. All the registration links and the rules are there. Second, the need which we have is for volunteers to help us run this event. So volunteering roles such as ushers and also people having to judge the game, as we mentioned, yeah, to be referee assistants.
Right.
Yeah, so we still have some slots which are not filled. And last need is the need for financial support for our wider campaign of social inclusion sports for persons with disabilities. So we also participate in stand chart marathon. Our clients go there, some clients go to boccia competitions. So we just want more persons with disabilities to take part in as many opportunities which are happening around. Yeah, so we also have a fundraising campaign for that, in particularly for this iBOCCIA event. Yeah, so if people can get into that Telegram channel, which is called iBOCCIA. There is like a button, ask a question. Just feel free to type your question, how you would like to support, and I will respond to that.
Thank you, Yaros. I mean, it was a great almost 27 minutes with you to understand about the game, iBOCCIA, all about, and also your organizations as well, and how we can actually support this game, in the upcoming months, right? So we have about what, a few more months, right? We have, I think, about 2 more months.
Two
Two
moments.
more months, all right. So yeah, maybe you want to give the details, Yaros. I mean, where is it going to happen? What date? So if people are interested, how can they look up for you? These details. If you give it to them, then probably they may connect with you.
Sure. So one more time, it will be 11 November, 9:30 a.m. till 4 p.m. Happening in iBOCCIA, where they are partnering with us to provide this venue. And participants need to register by end of October. Yeah, so they still have another 2 more months to register. Yeah, but better register now and use the remaining time to practice to get better. Yeah, and to connect with me, yeah, as fastest way would be on Telegram. To type iBOCCIA in the search field, you will find the channel, and yeah, click the button ask a question, and it will direct you to myself. Yeah, or go to Sandec website, and you can find our center's phone numbers and approach us for volunteering roles or to donate to our organization.
Thank you, Yaros. Thank you for the information, and also audience. If you want to support this event as a volunteer, or even like what how people can actually be the heart and soul for this event, to help people with physically challenged, right? I mean the word, and of course, Yaros, you were mentioning the word that you used, right? You'll use not physically challenged, but what the word did I use for people with challenges?
Differently abled.
Differently abled. Amazing word. I think we should be evolved. I think the word handicapped, I think, should be taken away. Like, these are the words that I think we should use to encourage. Thank you, Yaros. I know iBOCCIA, I'm very excited as well. 2023 is coming. iBOCCIA game in 2 months' time. Definitely, we will stay in touch. For viewers, you are also be able to listen to these podcasts in Spotify and Apple Podcasts. We are live in LinkedIn, Facebook, and YouTube as well. Thank you, Yaros, for joining me at this late hour. Probably yes, because I feel bad because you only took half of your dinner, you know, and then you
No,
came for the podcast, and then after that you'll have half a dinner. So your poor stomach will be like, "Hey, what have you been doing?"
it's okay. No
Right.
problem.
Thank
For
you.
inviting.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So we will stay connected, and then we will explore more opportunities with Sandek and yourself and iBOCCIA 2023. Thank you, Yaros. Have a pleasant evening.
Thank you. You too. Bye.
Thank you. Bye. All right, folks. So that was Yaros, amazing guy who left his dinner halfway just for this podcast. I told him, I say, hey, we have 10 minutes, you can have your dinner. But he said, no, we'll finish up the podcast. Very committed, very passionate gentleman he was. I'm getting to know him as well. Very great guy. So the word that always been there, handicap. All right. I mean, for most of us, we drive, we have seen these words, right, in the car parks, word handicap. But I think the word has to be changed, physically challenged. And even Yaros in their centers, they also use a very different word. It's a kind of an encouragement. It's kind of a motivation. It's kind of a booster. People who are physically challenged are not handicapped, right? They are never an handicap because they are moving. They are moving ahead and conquering things for themselves. And of course, the severity of certain condition is worse. But even though their caregivers go through a lot, right? They're pushing it day in, day out. And I had the opportunity to be in the center of Sandak, and it's an amazing, it's overwhelming. You should see their staff, all right. It's not just work because it's full of passion. Because when we go room by room, they were all laughing and playing together with the people, and it was an amazing field. So I really have to give it to these guys who are not just doing as a job, but it has to come from the heart. It's come from their passion. It's come from something within them. Probably they are the angels, was sent to planet Earth to take care of people who need more attentions. So this is your Kopi events. Till next podcast that's going to come back. Have a pleasant evening. And as usual, every Wednesday, we have changed the timing. So it's 10 p.m. Used to be at 9 p.m., but we had more suggestions and feedback saying that it will be better if it's 10. So I said, okay, let's do it 10. We will keep it at 10 at the moment, and then we will see how it goes. So that is it. So I will catch you soon. In the meantime, adios, amigos.